video going and audio going and live stream happening. Here we go. In 3, 2, hold on, pull that over here so I can see it. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Thanks to Raycon for supporting SKIM. Go to Shit, let me do that again. I'll start over. Thanks to Raycon for supporting SKIM. Go to buyraycon.com/skim today to get 20% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. Oh,
I love it.
wasn't that nice?
I love it.
That's from Stinky Pete. He made that. Thanks, Stinky Pete. I don't think it's the character from Toy Story.
That's from Stinky Pete. He made that.
He made that. I made this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got a theme that is reminiscent. It's really just a cover of our current theme that we can't use anymore because YouTube shuts us down for that song. And so he made like an 8-bit version of it, and I freaking love it. So it's staying here forever. He's the man. Thank you, Stinky Pete. I don't think you're all that stinky, but you're definitely Pete. Anyway, it's Scott and Kim here with the Skim Show. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
It's time for us to get one out, push it out.
I missed the, and I'm Kim.
Oh, hi. And this is, how do we usually do it? It's early, man. We don't do this stuff at 8 a.m. What is wrong with us? We're doing this because the very busy day ahead. We got all kinds of crap going on, and Kim is going to be slathered in children from, right?
Slathered?
Well, you're going to be busy watching kids
I
for
will be
most of the
watching
day.
kiddos today. It's Taylor's birthday.
Oh, yeah. We have a 30-year-old.
And she turns 30 today.
How does
That's
everyone
so
feel
weird.
about it? How does that sound to everyone else? Because to our ears, it sounds insane.
Yeah.
I mean, other
But
people...
it's super fun. It's been a blast.
Yeah.
But it's weird to think. It just seems like such a long time.
We were so young then, dude. It's really lame.
Eh.
Whatever. I'm not going to
lame.
complain. Look, I want a world where my kids grow to ripe old ages, and she's headed there. Everyone thinks 30 is a big deal. It's just so not. Right?
It's cool.
I thought
it was
I don't
great.
mean that. I just mean when I got there, I was like, oh, so old. Oh my gosh, 30. And then I got 40, went, oh shit, 40. Oh, and then 50. Oh, this is just the pattern.
See, and I'm the opposite. I was like, just cool, 30. That's awesome. And then 40 was like the best.
40,
And
you liked
now-
40.
I liked 40.
You went with your girlfriends to Vegas.
I did.
Yeah. They went and
It was
saw
super
a
fun.
man stripper show.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't
it
you
was
or
not
something?
a stripper show.
No, it wasn't. But it was something like that. It was like a muscular dude on stage thing, right? It was
Yeah.
kind of a funny girls' night out
Yep.
deal. Yeah.
It
They
was
didn't
fun.
they didn't go full Fremont or anything. But yeah, it's age, man. What is it? How does it work? Anyway, we got a whole thing going on here, and very busy day ahead of me, so I'm trying not to be distracted by all the other stuff I have to do. I'd rather just be present with you.
Bright and early.
like our wedding vows said, always be present with each other. Kim took that to mean always give presents to each other, and I took it as always open those presents. I don't know.
I love it.
Anyway, you're leaving me for a bit next week. That sounded bad. I don't mean it in the way
We're
it's
going on a
sounded.
little trip with Taylor and Dylan and the kiddos as not the nanny, but the nana.
Banana. Yeah, you don't feel taken advantage of it all there?
No. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
You're going to get to go
They're
with the
so fun.
kids. They're going to get to see, they're going to Mario World at Universal and Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be there to just make sure whatever is needed with the kids are cool.
Yeah.
And you love that, so this
I
isn't
do.
a big deal.
I do.
And they're flying you out and all that, so it'll be fun. I'm really excited for you. I wish I was going to be there, but I've got to be here.
Yep.
Making sure the butter gets churned.
Getting ready for Viva TMS Vegas.
That's right. You're going to come back from that with 14 Anaheim diseases, and then we got to carry those to
I'm
Vegas.
very careful.
Actually, you are pretty careful. So.
I'm extremely careful.
Oh, good
I have
news,
hand
though.
sanitizer in my bag.
Carter pointed this out yesterday, but the COVID wastewater testing they do where they check everybody's pee for
It's down.
it's way down, like a huge plummet, and that's good. This is about the time of year it should plummet.
It'll plummet, and then it's spring break everywhere, so it might do a little skip and hop.
But this feels like the first time where we can actually see it for what it will be, not what it was, but this uber mutated, much less harsh thing, but that is a regular thing like flus.
Yeah.
And you'll see this, all the testing data will show that, and there you go. So I guess what I'm saying is
it's a good time to go.
Yeah, if you need to pee, go now. Oh, you mean go on a trip? I got it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway,
to blow my nose.
What what airline?
Delta.
Okay, so no Boeing parts falling out of the sky or any of that.
Let's hope not.
Because that's a big thing right now, all the.
I know.
All that.
And
then the guy that blew the whistle found dead in a truck. Did you hear about that?
No.
It makes you get conspiratorial, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you go, oh. What Boeing wipe out a source? What happened there? Do you know what sound that parts make when they land on the ground from the plane? Boing, boing, boing. It's terrible.
That is terrible.
Sorry.
Poor people on planes scared half out of their minds.
Yeah, but nobody died. It's okay.
No, but it's still got to be pretty scary.
Nobody died but the whistleblower. Anyway, so you're leaving, and you'll come back, and you'll regale us with tales of interest. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Are you going to do any of the rides or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing everything.
Oh, yeah.
So when you...
It's basically... Phoebe obviously can't go on a lot of the rides. Van can't go on some of the rides.
Right.
And so we have to kind of split up with the things they can do. And then, of course, Taylor and Dylan are going to want to go on rides. Then I'll watch the kids.
When we went in 2006 with Nick when he was 6, it's weird to think he was
We got all the way to California. We drove the
10-something hours. Yeah, it was long.
And then as soon as we got there, they went on their very first ride. I think it was Space Mountain.
Yeah,
right?
And Carter saw someone barf, and then she wouldn't get on.
And that was it. Our kids didn't like rides.
No, they didn't like it. They've never really liked it.
We didn't know they didn't like rides until we got to Disneyland.
I was so stoked for for all of the bigger rides, right? I'm like, yeah, my kids are old enough now. Let's go. Let's do this. And nobody liked it.
And we found out they were terrified of roller coasters. Great. We made it all the way there.
Plus, this is right smack in the middle of when Tay was having her seizures. Remember? And so
it was a little more.
So we were all just nervous, and we was like, oh no, she's like 12, or what she'd have been in 06? 11. And so that was nerve wracking. And then Nick was too tiny. He was just he's a very smart kid, so he was doing a lot of like, at 6 years old, I just remember this going, I don't know if I want to go on the big one.
No.
I'm thinking that maybe. Like he would just he would work it out with us and not want to do it.
We're in line and we've been here for 30 minutes. We're not going to get out of the line if you're not sure.
But Carter was in full panic mode. Like, I can't get on there.
Oh, no. Carter stepped into the ride, stepped past it, stood on the little platform. And there's a guard, standing there. Not a guard, but what is he called? Security.
Security dude or whatever. Yeah.
Was standing on there. And she just stood there shaking her head.
Yeah, shaking her head at me. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm like, okay, after all that, you're not getting on? So what's fun, what's interesting about that is you learn a lot about who my kids are. Mm-hmm. Nick's a negotiate his way out of a thing. Taylor is I'll do it, but I'm not going to like it.
But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to smile.
Anyway. And Carter is I'm going to do exactly what I want to do. And I'm not going, none of you can do crap about it. She'll make her decision and hold her ground. And it's funny how that experience was like, those are their three personalities in relief. It's like,
I guess Taylor must have been 12 because they were 6, 9, and 12.
I guess she'd have been, yeah. That would have been right for her, for the seizure
but
thing. Yeah.
That was determinant of, we realized right then, this is how they've always been. This is how they are always going to be.
Oh, if you imagine, I just thought about this. This is sad. I shouldn't think about these things.
No, you shouldn't.
But what if
whatever
she did?
It is.
Remember, and the doctor wanted us to give her.
No, okay, you need to But
if she had, we wouldn't have these two little ones.
I know they wanted to put her on some pretty heavy medication
that was going to sterilize her.
That could have potentially done that. Mm-hmm.
High risk, that guy said. I remember, and we were like, I don't know, it feels manageable. Maybe we can do this, and we did, and it worked, and it was fine. And I'm glad we did.
They were the kind she could grow out of,
right?
And she did. So,
thankfully, we got these two little weirdos. You want to? I captured some audio from the little one yesterday. You want to hear some of this? Here,
Absolutely.
just a taste of this. Let's see, where is it? Phoebes.
Is this where Van was pretending that he had a little doll and he was pretending it was biting him?
No.
Oh, that was a really good video too.
This is them singing, trying to sing "You Are My Sunshine," which has some history in our family because Kim sang this to all three kids when they were little, and it was like maybe the first song mother to baby sung a song they ever heard.
One to sing, yeah.
Yeah, you like singing it. So here's what that sounded like.
You are my sun,
Time.
my only sun.
Time.
You make me
Happy.
when skies are.
Great.
You never know.
Great.
Great.
Everything's great over there.
Yeah, but just like her mother, she thought it was great and not gray
Yep.
for the longest time.
The longest time. All of them did that. They all went through that phase.
Gosh dang it, she's fun right now. She's so fun right now, this little bean. She's just like a little freak that's just like confident and strutting around and, looking all like she owns the place, and she can talk and say things like,
No.
we got a chicken nugget in her hand. She's yelling, dip it, dip it. Just an amazing kid. I wish her on everyone. I really do. I really do. Just like Van when he was little, same thing. He's adorable now, but she's got a certain kind of like 18-month energy, which she just hit last night. Mm-hmm. So happy 18th to her, 18-month to her, and happy 30th to Taylor. Ooh.
And Ramona's just to that point where she's just about to start smiling. She's 6 weeks?
You know what I realize is Taylor's only 10 years older.
You gotta stop.
She was born 10 years after I was 14. Like that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
the way
weird.
if you think about
When
it,
you think about that age stuff.
that's nuts. That's bananas. All right, so you're leaving. That's great. I mean, I'm whatever. I'll try to keep the place.
So you're leaving. That's great.
You're gone for how many days? I forget. 4 or 5 something.
6.
3, 6. Shite.
It's gonna be okay.
You're
gonna be all right.
Almost. All right. The other thing I was going to tell you is that we've been going to this breakfast place that we like, and we want to recommend it. It's up in Draper. It's Hash. What is it? Hash Hole?
Kitchen.
The Hash Hole. No.
It's Hash Kitchen.
The Hash Kitchen. Relatively new. There's a couple of them in town, right? No, just
Not
one.
in Utah. Well,
right.
They're going to open a new one in Salt Lake.
That's what it was, and
This one's in Draper.
Arizona has one or something. And they're
moving
expanding
to Texas and all over the place.
Anyway, Hash Kitchen, freaking top notch. Go there if you want, like, I don't know, just crazy good breakfast stuff. And they have a donut bar. Well, the one here does. I think in Arizona, it's like a whiskey bar or some kind of bar.
What's the tomato drink for breakfast?
Margarita bar.
Nope.
I mean, no. What's wrong with me? Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary bar.
Shit.
The one in Arizona, yes.
Why couldn't I think of that?
But
Okay, so the one in Arizona, and
they have like 50 items to put in your Bloody Mary kind of thing.
they have one here. They bring it around on a cart though,
Yeah.
right? And they have a huge cart full of like, here's celery, here's pickles, here's olives, here's
Bacon,
big thick
They have
freaking nasty
everything
bacon.
pickled. They had pickled okra that you could put on the stick and put in there. I mean, it's just kind of crazy.
You could make an entire breakfast out of a Bloody
You
Mary
could.
if you worked on it hard enough. But why did they do? So there was some weird thing about alcohol laws. They had to change the thing to a donut bar.
I think it's because if they did that, they'd have to make it a bar that served food instead of a restaurant that served alcohol.
Oh, they flipped the other way. Yeah.
This one you can take kids to and everything else, without a problem.
We have weird alcohol laws. They're not as weird as some places. There are places in Pennsylvania that'll make your head spin. Like everyone always wants to just go, "Oh, Utah with their weird." It ain't that weird compared to most
that
places.
Weird. We have it here.
Yeah, you can come get drunk. You want to get drunk?
He'll definitely do that with the high altitude anyway. Faster.
Oh, that's true. That's how that works, right? Not the other way.
Correct.
Wait, if I go down to Florida, will I get drunk slower?
I don't know. I don't know.
You wouldn't
I've
know how
just been
that
told
works.
that.
I don't know how that works.
Someone
actually.
else will know how that works.
Oh, look at that! Luke Sidewalker gifted a membership to somebody. That was really nice. Thanks, Luke.
Wow.
Jay Funktastic has become a member. Sorry, I'm just noticing these things that you can't see.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sounds good.
What else? So go there. It's called Hash Kitchen. It's in Draper, Utah. If you live out here, definitely worth your time if you're a breakfast person. I would recommend not going on a Saturday morning.
Well, they don't take reservations. And
Oh,
so
that
we
was
had
busy.
we had a 45-minute wait. It wasn't super bad. It was
felt-
a nice, lovely day. So we walked over to a couple
Yeah,
of the little
that's true.
stores.
That was all right. No, it wasn't, because we went to a craft store and that sucked. Right?
You like going to craft stores. You got funny pictures and everything.
Some of them.
So stop it.
I found giant letters, like decorative letters, and then made them spell like Van and Phoebe and stuff like that.
See, you had fun waiting for our table. It wasn't bad at all.
Nobody told me how great. Like, I always thought, oh, I dread the day when I'm, even though we're young grandparents, I dreaded the day that I would be called that, because it just seems like, oh, you're old as shit, you old thing, And it's kind of the best thing. Like, just thinking about those kids makes me happy. Like, very
That's
few
good.
things do
That's
that
good.
anymore. The world is a dark, complicated place. But
Sometimes
when you
it's
go,
hard to find your happy. I
yeah.
get it.
But when you go, hey, we're going to the park with Phoebe, you're like a kid again. It's weird. Can't explain it.
Yeah, I went down the slide just yesterday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was great. The windy slide.
There was an old joke in high school. Is this even appropriate?
Probably not. If you have to question whether or not it is, you probably shouldn't tell it. Just saying.
Oh, I know what it was. How do
Okay.
you know it's not that bad. How do you
Okay.
know if your friend has a sideways butt? Was the joke. Something like this.
Okay.
Your friend has a sideways butt, and you say, why? And you say, because when he goes down the slide, it goes. Isn't that stupid? That was like
That was really stupid and
ninth grade.
absolutely appropriate for this morning.
It was like a ninth grade thing or some shit. I don't remember. Anyway,
Love it.
good times. Let's talk more now.
Let's talk more.
Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to text us live, because we are doing the show live today, 801-471-0462. It's right there on the screen, and we'll
Do
read
our
it.
very best to read it and answer any questions you have.
Yeah,
And
easy peasy. Happy to do it. If it's if you're saying stuff in the chat, I'll try to watch for those as well. But anyway,
it's hard to do three things at once.
yeah, feel free to do more. Also, I also think that texting and driving might be at an all-time high, and maybe it's just my bias I have, but every time we go anywhere, you're yelling at somebody who's texting and driving. Have you noticed that? Yesterday.
I know they can't hear me.
Who? When you yell? Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm just saying
It
there's
makes
an
me
uptick.
feel better.
There's an uptick in texting and driving.
Oh my gosh, there's been an uptick for the last 10 years.
Really? Not in
I
the last
have
4?
watched a lady texting
Yeah.
down the freeway in a Suburban, which means most likely she has children.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're in the car at the time. Texting, going 75 miles an hour down the freeway.
Yeah.
And I think, why?
Looking down at their phone
Well,
like
how
this, elbowing
how
their
important could this
thing.
possibly be?
I know. I find it incredibly concerning. And the way that they're swerving.
Well, they're just slowly
They look like they're
veering
drunk.
into my lane. Like, ugh.
And we have some pretty severe laws here. It's varies state by state, but in our case, they're pretty severe about texting and driving, and people just don't seem to give a crap. I don't get it. How, like, let's say you're doing a 15-minute drive from taking your kids to school and you're going back home. Is it that important?
Not usually.
How can it be? And they use their
And
elbows
if
to
there
drive
is
while they're looking at it.
there's a true emergency, someone would call. And most people have the little thing that would show up on their phone in their car, and they still wouldn't have to look down or anything. They just hit
It's really
a
bothersome.
accept.
Yeah, accept. It's not hard. What's wrong
If it
with
was an
everyone?
emergency, I think they would call.
I get it if
I don't
you're
think
some
you get the emergency.
if you're some idiot high school football player or some ditzy girl in high school. Like,
No, these are full grown.
these are grown
ass
adults. Yeah. They have zero excuse.
No.
They way no better. They would tell their own kids. They would ground their own kids. Pisses me off.
Yeah, that's.
But Kim,
that's
you
a
guys
hard
want
one.
to see something weird. You got to hear Kim get all mad at a driver. That is a weird, because she's Miss Little, nice caretaker.
You were going to say mousy, weren't you?
No, I wasn't going to say that.
Sure you weren't.
But no, you'd be like,
I'm so not.
I need to feed the neighborhood. Hey, that guy looks sad. I'll do something nice for him. Like, that's who you are.
I
But
did buy a
then when
burger
you
for someone the other
drive,
day.
and there's somebody who's going swerving a little bit, Get
if
out
I
of-
can see that that's what they're
Jeez.
doing, I am not a happy camper, and I will bring out of my back pocket some pretty hefty swears.
Yeah, she'll swear like a sailor. And it's a sight to behold.
Sailor on leave.
I don't know if I. Oh, wait a minute. What are they doing on shore?
I don't know. Anyway,
How'd you
I'm not happy when people do that.
No, I'm not either. I don't think it's great.
And it's worse when I have Van in the car with me. Because then I'm like, don't you dare make me have an accident with my grandkids in the car.
Yeah, and he's funny because if you get mad, he'll go, Nana, that's not very nice.
No, he says, they're not a very good driver.
Oh, is that what he says?
Yes.
Oh. I've heard him do this before where I said,
He
what
used
did I
to
say?
say that with swear words, and he would be, that's not a very nice word, Pops. But now he says, they're not a very good driver, are they, Nana?
What was it when I was in the house and Carter said, hey, Dad, you hear they're remaking something I was excited about? And I go, shut up.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he
the
goes,
shut up you can't say.
Pops.
That's not very
That's not
nice.
very nice. But then
Yeah.
he'll also, yesterday, what did he say? He was in trouble for just picking on his sister or something. Or
And
not.
he stomped his foot
And he
and,
went,
s- and
what'd he
moved
say?
his hand, and he goes, are you kidding me?
He goes, are you kidding me? I'm like, dude, keep working on it.
Yeah, you'll get there,
That
buddy.
Oscar is yours one day. But today's not that day. How's your neck? What people want to know.
It's getting better. I've been to physical therapy a couple times, and I've gotten really good exercises that have helped.
Yeah.
And the heat and the TENS unit, what's the little
Oh, the little shocker
shocker
thing.
things?
Yeah.
That does help with heat. He does all that.
Do you think
It's
there are
getting
people,
better.
Do you think there are
It's-
people
it's
put
not
that thing on their
100%.
junk? Do you think that happens? Like some
I
weirdo's
don't
like
know.
into wrapping his diddly do with a shocker thing.
How are you using the TENS unit, babe?
Oh, I'm not using it like that at all. This is not a self. This is not
I'm
an
like,
admission.
why are you thinking about this?
This is just like I know there are some weirdos like right now cranking it to 10, going.
Yes?
This is all.
Going,
I just want to feel again. Anyway,
I don't know. What you think of, I like telling people about my back, and that's what you come up with?
I mean, that's a good point. Someone wants to know what's your killer acid is on your shirt? What is it? What does that mean?
I got this shirt at the Omega Mart in Vegas.
Oh,
It's got this really cool back thing, too.
oh, you got this was at the careful area 52 1 51 50 15 area 15.
Area 15. It works with the black lights and stuff. So
Oh,
it's kind of fun.
It's weird that it's not glowing at all in here. You'd think it would.
You don't have any black lights in here.
No.
That's why.
Oh, good point. It's not just glow in the dark.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun shirt. I liked it.
Okay, that's cool. Well, anyway, I'm glad your back's doing lots better. My arm still sucks.
Yes,
It's effed.
it does. But you also haven't done any of the
I
exercises.
have. I've done some.
No, I haven't even showed them to you yet.
Well, not the ones you know about.
That's the ones that work.
I have this one that I do. It's not really doing anything.
Yeah, so I've overworked the muscles in my shoulder, and where it hurts is this little spot between my shoulder blades on the right side.
Yeah.
And so the exercises are a lot of real slow, doing this and this and this, and it's working.
Good.
It's been 3 weeks since, or maybe 4 weeks since the first time I went,
It's been
and it's
3
probably
weeks.
75% better.
Yeah. Oh, that's a market increase
That's
in
a market
productivity.
increase. Yes.
Okay. No, that's great. Congratulations. I
Thank
guess I didn't know that it had improved that much. I know
It did.
we talk about it a lot. But,
It was on fire 90% of the time, and now it only gets bad if I overdo it. Like if I'm picking up kids, or about a week ago, I decided to can.
oh, right. Canning some
And
raspberries.
it's just heavy.
Yeah.
And so you have to be really slow and careful, and I don't know if I was super careful. And so it just gets more sore, and I have to do more workouts. So
Yeah. She, this raspberry jam. Is it blackberry? What is
it's
it?
blackberry.
Blackberry. So
Seedless
good.
blackberry jam.
It's unbelievable. And she didn't
Thank
do, the reason I think I like it is you didn't go crazy sweet with it. It's sort of,
No, it's probably a third of the sugar that most recipes call for in a jam.
yeah. So what you do is you get an air fryer and you air fry up some crumpets, British crumpets, like the more authentic holy ones. Like the
If you
ones
have
you got?
trypophobia, you're not going to really like those
Oh,
at
you'll
all.
hate those, dude. Oh, I wanted to take a picture of one of the. Do we have any more left?
No.
Oh, I'll send it to Morgan.
No, that's
my favorite
not
thing.
nice.
It's my what
She
we do.
hates that.
It's what we do, her and I. But I want to. You put that in there. You fry that up
So
real
you
good.
fry it, you just make it crispy like
Toasty.
toast, and then you put mascarpone cheese on there,
Yeah,
and then the jam.
it's amazing, dude. It's like a little piece of heaven there.
I like doing less sugar because it tastes like blackberries
Yeah,
instead of just
Instead
sugar.
of, like,
A lot of jam just tastes. It'll have
candy
a
paste.
flavor, but it tastes mostly like sugar. This tastes like eating blackberries.
yeah. They taste like melted Jolly Ranchers or something, and this is not that.
Maybe
This
I
is so
should bring
good.
some to TMS Vegas.
You could just don't break it.
I won't break
Be
it.
a real mess in the
No,
car.
I won't break it. I got this.
We get to Cedar
Maybe we
City
should
and
do
go
that
and-
over some
Yeah.
brie cheese and some crackers.
That'd be all right.
I
Put
can
them
do
out
that.
on Barry's little patio thing.
There you go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I like it. I like it.
I need it to be warm there.
I'll tell you what else I need. I need to be able to have some decent audio while I'm on my way to All Things Vegas. And how I'm going to do that is with our friends over at Raycon. I love these guys. Let me tell you a little bit about Raycon. They make earbuds that I comfortably wear almost every single day. When I listen to podcasts, when I listen to music, it doesn't matter really what it is. They have amazing audio quality for half the price of other premium audio brands. And if you don't believe me, well, how about their tens of thousands of 5-star reviews? Don't believe me, believe the reviews. Anyway, they're
It had a lot
optimized.
to do with our birthday present for Tay.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. We got a couple of Raycon things coming for their birthdays. Well, hers, and then maybe, what was the other one?
We have 4 birthdays in 6 weeks.
I hate how many birthdays are happening. Plus, there's Mother's Day.
That's after all that, yeah.
Notoriously bad at. I don't
That's
like
during that
Father's
6 weeks,
Day.
yeah.
Like all this stuff. What are we doing?
Yes, but for Mother's Day and Father's Day, who doesn't want new earbuds
I don't. I would.
or headphones?
Nobody doesn't want them. They're amazing. So I used mine yesterday to listen to this new. Or no, I was listening to the Daft Punk remix album of songs from the movie Tron Legacy. So it's where it's
Love
called
that. I love that. album.
whatever it's called. I can't remember now. De-resed version or something. Anyway, amazing. And just having your head just block out everything but that. Just want to lay there and just soak it in. They're so good, and they come with me everywhere. I can listen anytime I want. 8 hours of playtime, 32-hour battery life overall. Just put them back in their little case. I've never had them run out, so I don't know what that's even like. But I love that there's always battery life there. Anyway, 3 customizable sound profiles in this thing, earbud tap functions, noise isolation, awareness mode. The list goes on. Go to buyraycon.com/skim today to get 20% off your Raycon order, plus free shipping. That's right. You'll get 20% off and free shipping at buyraycon.com/skim. Kim, let's read some emails.
Alrighty.
We got, let's see, this is a text actually from Galantino, who says, "It's a me, Galantino." No, he says, "Stop deflecting. Embrace the curmudgeon." Should I embrace my curmudgeonness and quit?
Absolutely. I
Okay.
don't think you can do anything about it.
All right. I mean, I'm not that grumpy.
No, you're not.
Most of my grump comes from external sources that I can't control. And
When people's dogs shit on your lawn, and when people drive badly, and these are all things
Kim's curmudgeon.
These are all things I can't avoid.
Yeah, she walked in the other day and it was some neighbor shit.
Because I was out cleaning the yard and I'm like raking it up, going, seriously?
You raked a poo?
Yeah.
Oh, nobody likes raking a poo.
No.
Nope.
No, I don't.
Not a fan of raking poo.
I was raking up all the old leaves from last fall. So, we only had a few. But.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Could the weather freaking decide what it wants to be for 5 seconds?
No, we live in Utah and it's spring. It's like third spring right now.
It really is weird. Spring is funky at the beginning, and then it gets amazing. Then it's incredible, and then it's hot.
And then it's hot.
And then we're, pushing 100, 104.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, I can't wait for fall. And then fall comes, and fall's amazing here. Incredible falls.
Spring and fall are really great.
And then winter, and you're like, oh,
It's snowing again.
oh, we're doing it
That's
again.
fine.
It's the loop.
Although
But
it was snowing like 3 days ago, and then yesterday it was the high of 70.
yeah,
So
yeah.
go figure.
Go figure. Put that in your chicken and cook it. Here's another one from an anonymous listener. Skim Show. My marriage is awesome. The oversimplified version is my wife and I talk about each other. That's weird how you wrote this. Talk about each other about everything. I think he means talk to each other about everything.
Yes.
Good and bad. Also, my wife is my best friend.
Oh, see, that's the best.
That's cute, isn't it?
That's adorable. I love it.
That's how we roll. But sometimes you tease or give too much shit to your best friend. You gotta you gotta back off a little bit. You know, I do that. I'll give you a little.
But if
too
you
much
talk
crap.
enough, I can go. That's enough.
Yeah. Like this morning, my dog
you're
was
not offended by that.
driving you crazy.
Yes.
Rainer.
She was.
Jim Rainer, the female dog. She's a little bit of a spaz, and she was losing it.
She's a lot of a spaz.
Yeah, she's all the spaz. And she's just, jumping on a couch she shouldn't be on or whatever. And Kim gets a look on her face like, that's it. I'm like, we're about to do a show. You can't be all grumpy.
I know. I hear you talking to Rainer, and you're like, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Rainer.
You've made her grumpy.
Stupid dog.
I wasn't grumpy with you at all.
I know, but I love that dog, and she drives you crazy.
Yes.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
We've got this understanding.
This is what we do here.
Here's another one. This is from Nick and Megan, who wrote into the email address. They say, my wife and I have been longtime listeners of many Frog Pants shows. We've been listening to TMS since the start, and I've been a longtime Instance and Core fan. We also love listening to Skim to get funny personal stories and some parenting tips. Is that what we're doing here?
I think so.
Let me give you a parenting tip. If your kid says, how are babies made? You say, son.
Go talk to your father. Just kidding.
Actually, it's really good to talk to him about it early. What do we do, like 8 or something?
I think 8 is when
a man,
there's
when a
a
dad
specific
loves a mom.
order of things that, should happen.
Yeah.
And I think it changes kid to kid.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that some kids are like, it's 6 going, I heard from my friends. And then some are at 8 and some are at 10 before they are talking to you.
It's true. Yeah. It's going to be different every time. Like anything with your kids, you got to just figure out who's going to be the right time for what.
But don't avoid talking to them is the difference.
Someone in the chat, Adam of Geekheim, says, anyone on the East Coast feel an earthquake? Was there an earthquake just now in the East Coast? I wonder if it has anything to do. Like every time there's a big earthquake somewhere, like the one that just happened in Thailand, I always worry that it's tectonic plates all bumping up against each other, going to spread, and the whole world's going to have a big nasty one. That's my biggest fear. I know that's probably not scientifically accurate, but it always feels like, oh, one domino down. It's all happening. Let's see. Earthquake. Let's just find out what's going on. Because if that's, we're not feeling it. We're on the west. We're in the west of the country over here. Let's see here. 6.8 in Marina Islands. That was Friday. Taiwan, 7.4 is the big one.
Friday.
Oh, today is Friday. Does that mean today?
I don't know.
Nope. Oh. 5-4. Oh, 4-5. Oh, that is today.
That's today.
So that's the Marina Islands. Breaking news, earthquake. Here we go. New York City area with preliminary magnitude of 4.8.
Oh my gosh.
Now they say, they may be related, these two that happened. Anyway, I hope everyone's all right. Shouldn't be. 4.8 is not too bad.
That's got to be kind of scary on a subway, though.
It's the last
underground.
Of all the things humans can't control, earthquakes are like a real banger, dude. Like,
yeah,
nobody can control that business.
That and volcanoes, they freak me out.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Why volcanoes?
Because again, not as much warning.
Yeah.
Sometimes they kind of can tell when they're going to, but they don't ever know quite how bad it can be until it's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
And I see those videos of the people that were in Iceland there to video this, and then they're like, oh, it's getting a little closer than we expected, and then they start moving, and you're like, what are you doing? Why are you there? It's lava.
Yeah, that's why. I don't want to burn to death in hot rock and stone that is so hot it runs. It's flowing.
Runs, but also I'm looking at the people that are near it, even though they're not that close. What if that ground starts to shift underneath you and it cracks and you're just there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a good point. Amy wrote in, has a point about grandparents and why we think of them as older than they are once we get there. Says, hi guys, it's Amy. I think the reason we think of grandparents as being so old is because when our generation were kids, meaning Generation X, our grandparents already looked, dressed, and acted like crusty old people. We're Gen X. We refuse to grow up, and now we have grown up money to do fun shit like crazy hair colors and tattoos. So Gen X Nanas rock, and then she put a little icon in there or a little emoji.
Love it.
Wow! All right. Well done.
She's right.
She is right.
She's right. I did have friends in my early 30s that came to me at one point and said, these kids, the music they're listening to, and I was like,
These kids. Yeah,
You're
I know
30.
who you mean. That was a weird thing for her
it
to
was
say
weird,
at that point.
but I was also like, oh, you're purposely getting stuck in that era
Yep.
of our music was so much better, and these kids,
Have
what are they
fun.
listening to? And I was like, oh no,
Yeah. Well, for kids or anything like our kids grew up preferring the music of our youth.
I mean,
than they
Taylor
do.
went through a whole phase of all the new stuff.
Well, that's
and it was,
true.
It was
That's
fine.
true.
I didn't mind it.
But she still had some of that she could enjoy because there was still, it was kind of pre-music is easy to get no matter where you are. So many genres,
True.
ubiquitous services and all that. Whereas Nick and Carter, especially Nick, just straight up was born into it. Born
Yeah.
into the iTunes and forward world. And
Yeah.
the way they see music or consume it is just so different.
It's true, though. Carter's always been more into everything you listened to in high school.
Yeah.
Nick's halfway there, and then Taylor was more into the newer stuff. She was very into Vampire Weekend. They've been to all the concerts they've been to. She was into Owl City. I remember she was 11
Big
years
time
old when we
into Owl
went
City.
to
Yep.
the concert.
Yeah.
But I was also having fun with it because I was taking them all to all their concerts.
Yeah, because Kim's weird like that.
Well, it was fun for me.
I hate concerts. Ugh.
Ugh.
Not worth it.
I had fun, and it was usually a van full of kids. Anybody that could get their ticket, I was like, let's go.
You're a mama bear. Now all the little bears are following you into the concert. She did this just recently with the freaking Taylor Swift thing, the Swiftie International Hoo-Ha concert thing, whatever that was. By the way, she made 14 or some insane amount of billions of dollars this year, like $8
I'm
billion.
sure.
She's now a billionaire in like a year's time. This year was like her year.
Yep. She's
a lot of
broken out doing it.
frickin' money.
She's great, though.
I hope she spends some of that money wisely.
Listen, Pops.
Oh, my Lord. All right, here's this one. Where did I go? Oh, I never finished this one. Sorry. As of a few weeks ago, we found out, to continue this email, we found out my wife is pregnant. We've been planning on this for quite some time, so we knew it might be coming.
That's so exciting.
I can tell you how that works.
I don't think they need to talk.
You don't think so? They didn't just accidentally figure it out. It says it was still a pleasant surprise. My wife, Megan, and I have been together for 11 years, married for 4. Funnily enough, on this show, you gave me some advice about pre-wedding day anxiety, and now we've got baby anxiety. We have another layer of worry since my wife is a type 1 diabetic and is already at high risk. We have been, man, I hate type 1 diabetes. You know why I hate it? Because you have
Can't
no
control
freaking
it.
choice at all.
Yeah.
It sucks. Born with that
Sounds
shit?
like they're planning, though. This is good.
I know. It's just my heart goes out to him. Anyway,
Yeah.
already high risk. We've been planning this with her doctors, though, and they should be helping us along the way. Well, I'd hope so. Any tips for soon-to-be first-time parents? Can we prepare for it at all? What are the fun things we can look forward to? It really doesn't feel real yet, and I can't even begin to wrap my mind around what the future holds. Nonetheless, we are excited, says Nick and Megan.
Sounds like you're already off to a good start, though.
You're going to be great. There is no way to truly be ready. I think Kim was just genetically ready. Like you were, you just were, I don't know, you were built for it or made for it or something because you just knew when you wanted to do it.
Most moms are. I think that it's absolutely normal and I think expected that you're nervous. If you're not and you're like, oh, we got this, no big deal, that's not where you want to be because you're going to be surprised.
Yeah.
So being nervous and overly prepared and all of that means you're ready for this.
Yeah, I think you're good. You guys are going to do great.
Yeah.
And
It's
don't
gonna be
stress
awesome.
about the little stuff. When it happens, and you're going to be blown
Yeah,
away.
definitely let us know.
Yeah, we'd like to hear what happened. Like
How it all
what's the
goes.
name? How is everyone doing? How's
Yeah,
mom?
definitely keep us
Write us. Tell
posted.
us. Yeah, we'd like to know. I got one more thing here to read.
And congratulations, by the way. That's awesome.
Big grats to both of you. Hey guys, love the show, says Tyreel. It's Tyreel. Probably not a real
Tyreel.
name, but Tyreel. How come neither of you... Oh, wait, that's not it. Sorry, love the show. I was wondering if you or the Monday show might ever have the other kids on for fun. Would really be interesting to see the whole Johnson family there and some insight into things. Thanks and keep it up. Sure.
You should do that.
I mean, it's possible. Why not? I'd get Nick down here on a night when everyone's here. Get Carter and Nick and Tay and everybody. You.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Make you all huddle around
I never
that
thought
mic.
about that. Well, I'll stand around.
I don't know. I mean, Nick's never been one for the mic. He's never been one for like get out in front of everything.
He's not usually on video. He's done a few things with video games on a mic.
Yeah.
And he's like that.
He's not like a stage. He doesn't like that feeling of being in.
He wasn't a
focus.
theater kid, if you
No,
mean.
definitely not. He likes to, I don't know. He was kind of like me growing up. I'm a lot like that. People think, oh, you're so outgoing because you have all these shows and you're on stream and you're been doing this for 20 years and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But it's not for the, I don't do this for exposure, or I don't like that part. I actually don't like that part. And if you've met me at all in like public events, you'll know that I'm just as happy with a pizza at the hotel than I am out hanging, partying too late. I'm not a party guy.
No, that's right, though.
And I don't have FOMO for it. So I just sort of like, okay, see you guys later. I'm going to go watch Guy Fieri, whatever his name is. I'm going to go watch him do gangster food in the hotel that I, get a pizza. I don't know. That's weird how I am.
That's all right, though. That's but you're good at being on here. So
yeah, no, I like
why you
I like
do
this,
this.
but I don't think I like to create. I like conversation. I like authentic.
Meeting people at the events is super fun
I love
because
that.
we get to find out
Love that. No
who
problem.
they are and what they're listening to and all of that.
But when
it's
it's late-
more person to person.
Yeah,
It's not
and when it's
about-
like 2 a.m. and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go hop like 6 bars," I go, "Oh, well, I'm not."
I've been up since 6 a.m.
And then when I was younger, I used to go, "Okay," and I just go because I didn't want anyone to think I didn't want to go. But now I'm like, "Eh."
Now you're
And
you've
people know
got
me enough to know
JOMO.
it's not. Yeah, I have JOMO, the joy of missing out. I'm fine. I'll be over here. You guys have fun. I'll be over here.
Let me know how it went.
Yeah. Life's too short to get too hung up on that stuff anymore. So there you have it. Foodie for the
you
week.
too.
Do you have so you've been making the jam and everything, but do you have a favorite spring thing that you make now that the
So-
weather's changing and stuff?
I get a little antsy with starting up the grill because summer's coming, and when the total heat of summer, when it gets to be 102, I don't want to be standing in front of a grill. So spring is kind of my time when I go, okay, got some new seasonings. We're gonna do some dry rubs. I'm gonna pull out I'm gonna try the smoker on the grill this year. I have a tiny smoker attached to the grill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that this year.
You know what I say or what I think of when you say that?
What?
Hold on.
Steak.
No.
Smoke weed every day.
I think of that. That's what I think of. No, that's cool. I'm
So
I
I'm kind
like,
of ramping up for grilling things.
yeah, I like grilling.
And the freezer's full of meat and ready to go. As soon as this weather if it's not raining on me, I want to be out there doing that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So tonight we'll probably be grilling something.
Really? Even though it's cooling down today. So.
It's not that cool, but it's also not windy like yesterday. So
Yesterday was in the
it
low
was 70,
but it was really
it was
windy.
The cold wind came through. So hopefully that happens this weekend for sure. I'll be grilling something. But I did do some cookies a couple weeks ago that you liked.
I will benefit directly from all of these ideas.
We're like shifting from soups to crock pot,
Yeah.
and now we're going to go to the grill.
Yeah, let's go to the grill.
And try a new seasoning. I went to a couple of stores the other day. I was at Sam's Club and at Costco, and they have some really good new chicken and beef seasonings out there if you want to do some dry rubs. I saw that looked really good.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Sign me up for your newsletter. Well, there you have it. That's today's show. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. Listen, if you'd like the show and you want to throw a couple bucks our way, there's a great way to do it. It's just a monthly thing over at patreon.com/frogpants. It's kind of a catch-all for all the little extra things we do around the network, and we'd love it if you did. What are you going to do with that extra buck a month? May as well put it somewhere. It still has the dollar entry. Big whoopee deal. Nothing. Right? In
And
today's
for all
world,
those that are
what's a dollar?
already doing that, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for
It
that.
makes a difference.
It usually does.
It's the only thing keeping us all working.
Yeah, that's right. If it wasn't for the supportive fans, I mean, what are we even doing?
Exactly.
And I'll walk around with you at night. Don't worry. I'm just not going to go to a bar at 3 a.m. Okay? There's nothing there for me. And you're all drunk out of your mind. And that's fine. Do you. You do you. I'll have half a Vegas gummy and go back to the hotel. Anyway, just kidding. We do look forward to seeing everybody, though. We're like less than a month. Only, what?
We're 3 weeks away.
3 weeks? Crazy.
Very excited to see everyone.
Pretty excited. Carter's coming with us.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to that road trip.
Do you know what? Carter's
'Cause
going to
she's
be there.
fun to travel
During
with.
Her birthday is during TMS Vegas this
Oh, that's
year.
right. She turns
Viva
20.
TMS Carter.
7?
Yes. I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah.
I had a kid and one on the way at 27. Right?
I think so.
Holy shite. All right. Well, time passes, everyone, and so does life. I think that'll do it for us. Oh, and also don't forget our website, frogpants.com/skim, if you're looking for links to anything, and that branches off to everything else. skimshow@gmail.com, and of course, 801-471-0462 for your emails, for your texts. No, voicemails and your texts.
Voicemails.
I know what I'm saying here. That'll do it for us. Kim, thanks so much for spending time with me.
Absolutely.
Even though you slept with me last night. If you know what I mean. No, he just slept. That's it. He was just sleeping. All right, everybody.
You guys are awesome.
We'll see you next time.
Ready for breakfast, here's the table. Father, Mother, Bill, and Mabel.
Get more at frogpants.com.
No.
I should start doing great or whatever she says.
Great.
Great.